Hey there. I'm going to get up in a minute because I'm using this to see how much further I need to go with this curtain, because I can't work it out when I'm not on a live because I haven't got enough to go to the end. Right, so if I make that the end where it is, so where do I need to go to? Excuse me, I need to mark. Here, no, more that way, so about there. If I went to there, yes, that's good. Let's move you more that way. Nothing on my mark. Ooh, that's going to be tight then. Excuse me. Okay, let's say there, because I think I've run out. I've done enough now to go to here, which is the bit I really wanted covered up. Then I think what I might have to do is something else here behind me. This is full length, and there is a little table in front. There, I've got a little table there in front, and it does go full length. So technically that bit could have gone behind me, but the bits I've got left aren't enough length to go to the table. Because my initial plan was actually to have it go more the other way. I don't know what I'm going to do. The bit I've got there, I was considering moving that to here and come across this way with it. Where would that take me to? This is a funny old live. The bit I've actually got is that much. So initially, where's my mark? That's longer than my mark. So from my mark, that would take me to there. Ooh, hold on. Then I said I've got a little bit extra, which might well fit here, and then do something else here. Maybe one of what I had up before. One of my, oh, hello, someone's there. Hey, Darren, how are you doing? This is a funny old live because the last live I was making this new backdrop. It's only old bits and pieces I've got, and I'm actually making it into a curtain, but I'm running out. I've only got enough to do this bit. So, I mean, I can't figure out how much I need to do without seeing the live. Hey, Drunken Chef. Everyone's popping I haven't seen for a while. Yes, that's a good idea, actually, Darren, if you're free to watch a bit of a live rather than sit and watch a video. That's always good news. So it's like the old gang's back. Hello, nice to see you. That's why I love doing lives. You just don't know who's going to pop on. So I love that. Don't forget the thumbs up then. Yeah, so funny old live. As I say, I'm trying to sort out making more of this, but I haven't got enough to go all the way across. And without actually being live, I couldn't work out how much more I need because obviously my wall continues. So I was waiting to go on today to figure out, as I say, I've got enough to do this little bit, but then I didn't know what to do behind me. But see, this is a full length and you don't see the full length because there's a table there anyway. Maybe I should move that all over here, do the other bit I've got that would fit to there, and then that go back to what I had before, but hanging the other way down. I think I might do that. So thanks for the live time for me to sort out my decoration. I had all these just old bits from when I had them as show curtains, but they're not still as a show curtain. They're just threads that came down loose from it, or ones when we took them down, but they don't all stay as a curtain. So I've just had bits and pieces, and it's a way to keep them and not throw them. I didn't know quite how to use them. So I think that's it. I think I've got myself sorted. Okay, today's going to be a little bit of a catch up. little bits and pieces. I just wrote down a few notes. My family and I were putting up our Christmas decorations tonight. Not allowed here. My birthday is December the 6th. I'm not allowed to speak about Christmas or do anything Christmassy till after that. Oh dear. But yeah, I feel Germany does a really big Christmas anyway, don't they? And what about America? Yeah, that's pretty big. What's Australia do? That's pretty big, but it's mostly barbecues on the beaches, Christmas. Here, Easter is much bigger than Christmas. It's only been consumer Christmas here in the last 10 years, maybe. When we first moved out here, there wasn't really such a thing, not at all. As in, it was religious, it was church, but it wasn't consumerism. You couldn't buy many things for Christmas, as in Christmas type foods. You couldn't buy mincemeat to make the mince pies, but a lot of what I call normal foods weren't here anyway. Now there's a lot more brands. There's the English supermarkets have franchise within our supermarket, so they can sell some of their goods within their supermarkets. You get me talking about Christmas. Yeah, but you didn't see, and you still don't very much see Christmas lights and that kind of thing. We have roundabouts here. All roundabouts all year long are very pretty. It's worth driving around and finding all the big roundabouts. They're all got little gardens on them or decoration. This is all year. And then come Christmas, they all put Christmas things up. Like the Americans have the outdoor decorations. They have those on the roundabouts. And there's one particular roundabout in the middle of Limassol, the main town, and they're animated normally. So one year, I think I put a video up at one point of all the different things I'd seen on there. It was a great big massive Santa's head, and it went ho 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 and spun round and all that. Bit distracting when you're driving. That roundabout always goes big all the time. It normally has a massive fountain in the middle of the roundabout. Then when we have the carnival here, they do different displays on that. As I say, I'm pretty sure I've shown pictures on my Christmas Eve videos at some point of some of the things. But yeah, roundabouts here are quite pretty. But then our freeways, motorways, they're pretty. I've shown you some of the drives I've done that are down our freeways, and normally you have the middle of the freeways, so the two different directions, the middle part of that, they have flowers and plants and that down the middle, so always pretty. That's surprising. Yeah, Easter is the big thing here. I suppose, tell me if I'm wrong, but really Americans, Thanksgiving is the big thing more, isn't it? Pretty much, or would you say they're equal? But I would say Americans go all out on the Thanksgiving thing. And you eat turkey again at Christmas, or do you pick something different? Because you mostly have turkey on Thanksgiving. So I was thinking about that the other day. I thought, do you repeat the turkey dinner? Both are big. Right. And do you repeat turkey again for Christmas? I was wondering that the other day, because Thanksgiving is the turkey. Yeah. So I wasn't sure about that. Wasn't sure which way that was. Love turkey and ham at Christmas. We just get chicken now. Turkey, first of all, was quite hard to come by, but also the cost for us. Turkey is a no-no. It hasn't been on the cards for a long time here. So, but I was saying on my last live that we like stuffing and sausage meat with it. I might like Yorkshire puddings with it, which is a bit bizarre, but that's nice, and the gravy and roasted carrots and roasted potatoes. So it's different, but we have the chicken. It's more financially practical for us. Chicken's yummy as well. There's not too much I don't like. Spaghetti eyes. Had to be said. Had to be said for sure. Yeah, what was your video? I think I commented on it the other day. And yes, I did, because it was right at the beginning. You've got like the big, delicious there. And I think I was literally 2 seconds in, I thought, and I typed in, your videos always make me hungry. Yes, somebody did. Somebody did. I'd love to try that. I really would. Sounds awesome. Absolutely amazing. Sounds great. Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah. Oh dear. So a couple of little shout outs today. One bite and you'll be hooked. Yeah, definitely. As I've always said, it's lucky we're too far away from shops and cafes and restaurants here, or bakeries or whatever. We'd always be there. So a few shout outs. I've got a sticker. If you don't know, if you've got stickers on your channel and you want me to shout out, I make them into badges because I like to be different on my channel, and I wear them sometimes on the live. So we've got Anne Dale's Homestead today. So do check out Anne's channel. She does Aunt Dilly's Dailies, which are little shorts she does, and they're quite fun. They've always got positive message, but they're always quite fun. It really shows Anne's personality on those, so I love those. I've been watching all of those. So check out Anne Dale's Homestead. And I am actually wearing today my t-shirt from the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, so do check them out too. Their channel's quite varied, like mine is, really, because they do so many different aspects. My favourite types of videos from their channel are when they go sometimes like garage sale and different sales they go to, and they buy things there, the sort of things they buy. And both of them recycle or repurpose a lot of stuff or make good. And there's some terrific stuff they've done, but they do gardening and taste test and lots of other things too. But that's my favourite videos. And the other video I really need to shout out today, I've put it in the top of the chat and also in the title of this video. So you can see the link if you need the link, because I haven't done it in the description. It's Janet at Home. Now, she's actually had a bad fall and she's broken her arm and both of her wrists. So poor thing, she really can't do anything. And luckily she's got dear Alan. He's such a sweetie. He's trying to do everything he can for her. Obviously she can't respond to comments or anything at the moment. She's got no hands to use at all. Alan can only do so much. He's obviously doing everything at the moment. And she had a nasty fall. And he said he's learning a lot, such as how to do her hair for her. As in, she's got really like tight permy hair, really tight curls. And he's learned to like puff it all up and how you do it. And I think he said he did a little bit of her makeup as well. Had to go doing that for her. So do go over to the channel and just wish her a speedy recovery. So I'll just type it in again in case you can't get. Oh, do I want to end the stream? No, thank you. It's Jennifer at Home. Jennifer at Home. So just go over. If you say Dawn sent you, or she probably knows me more as New Beginnings or something like that. Everyone calls me different things. Some call me Miss Cyprus. People know me as different things. So if you do let her know that I sent you over, that would be great. As I say, she can't comment back to you, so don't feel, oh, I went over to the channel and she didn't say hello. She can't. And she was saying she's got to do jury service as well. I'm sure she could get out of that. I don't know, unless they call her a taxi or something. But you know, I think you write down notes and that, but she can't do that, can she? Poor thing. And she's such a sweetie. So as I say, do go over and check her out and just wish her a speedy recovery. That would be really good. I've been really busy. Mike got a hard drive that had sort of crashed. It gave him warning there was something wrong with it. So a lot of stuff's been saved. So I normally, when I post videos, I put them on that. So I've lost a lot of my videos that have been posted. There were a few for one channel, and I've put them in different files in there. One from my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. They were all still there. Well, not all of them, because I do different files for numbers this to this and numbers this to this. But there was one file still there, that, and they were all as I'd left them. So I rescued that back. Now, the ones for this channel, they weren't in any files. I've lost most of them, but there were a few, but they weren't numbered or named. They were just funny codes under them. But they were all not as I'd posted them. They were all without the titles or intro, outro, whatever I'd done on them all. That was all missing. It was just the actual bit of video I'd made. Okay, I can kind of get that. There was no music in it, so it was just like the raw footage of my actual video I'd made, but it wasn't edited versions. Now, I don't know how that occurred because I've never saved just footage. I've never saved just the footage. I've only saved posted videos, the complete thing. So I found that very strange. Now, the thing was, I wanted to go back and then number them all and put the title, what they are. And they're all random. They're not in any order. So it's taken me time. I haven't finished, but it's taken me a lot of time to do that. And then that's okay, because some I can sort of guess, oh, it's about this one. And then I just have to find, in my book, I write down what I've posted. So I then try and find that, and I can guesstimate, oh, right, that was a chat about this, or that was opening a gift from such and such person. So I could find it. It took time to find them, but I found it. But the ones that I'm having trouble with are the ones that are kind of updates on the garden. They're not specific. They're just update number 7 or update number 6 or see what I've picked kind of thing. So without going through every single one of those videos and try and match it up, as I say, the title page is gone because I normally do an intro and then a sort of a title bit that says what the video is going to be about and carry on from there. That's all gone. So I've only got raw footage, and as I say, it's not edited for some reason. So it's very hard I can't even find how it started particularly and then go from there. It's very strange. I'm still here, I'm able to take us on the road. Okay, cool, Darian. So that's a bit of a troll. Luckily, I was fairly up to date on editing and everything else I wanted to do, and I've been editing videos. I've been putting off editing because they've either required a little bit of research or time to find all the clips I wanted. It's not just putting clips together, it's finding bits from other places and sticking them together. So that was a bit of a chore, but I've put up each week now on my whiteboard behind you. I put up, I'm going to make this one this week, and I'm going to make this one this week, and I have to make that one regardless, because they're the ones that I've had ideas for, or as I say, they're going to take me time, and I sort of put them off and make something else instead. So I'm going through that because I'm trying to get rid of paperwork, hence the whiteboard. I've got had all these pages of, make this and idea to make this, and I just want to get rid of paperwork. It's doing my head in. And that's why on my lives I often go through things, files and folders and old pictures and things with you. It's my way of focusing time to go through things and get rid of them. What else have I been doing today? I was pruning some more olive trees. That's something else that's taking time, but I do a bit of garden stuff in the morning and then come in and edit or make a video or something normally in the afternoon. So I've got a kind of plan, so I feel I'm not lacking on anything. Where am I now? I've done all the lower olive grove. I'm now in the upper olive grove, which I would say is the second third of all the olive trees. And today I did 2 more, finished off the one I was doing and another one, a big one. And I looked today, a rough count, just in that area, I've got 7 more big ones to do in that area, and then about 7 or 8 smaller ones, and that area will be done. And then I feel like I'm really getting on then, because I've only got random areas. There are a lot more of them, but because I spread out, you don't feel you're stuck in one area for too long. So, and while I was there today, I'm up a ladder, cutting off the top bits that I don't want anymore. And suddenly, Mr. Colin Waffles, one of my cats, he suddenly is inside the tree. Didn't hear him come down the garden or go up the tree. He's suddenly in the tree, pokes his head out right at me. Like he didn't scare me, or else I would have been off the ladder. And I was like, oh, didn't hear you, because he's not the quietest of cats. Nice, thanks. He's not the quietest of cats, so he suddenly poked his head out the tree. So I was like, oh, I've got my mobile phone, like I'm really with it and modern now. So I had that with me because I was playing a podcast. And while I had it, I thought, oh, that's great. I can actually catch things, filming random things, which I can't normally do. I used to have to come back to the house, get my proper camera and come back again. So I was like, right, let's film a bit of him in the tree, and then I can add that into, because I want to show you the before and afters when I'm all done. So I'm saving some footage, not actually cutting them, but just before and after. So I need a little bit more video to go with that. So I thought it's perfect. I can show why I was in the tree. I can show you Mr. Colin Waffles in the tree. So I start filming him, and I film, a minute maybe. And then he falls out the tree. And I thought, what a perfect catch that was. He was literally, he's a bit of a goof anyway. And he was on the tree. And I don't know how. I've watched it back. I'm going to do it for you normal speed. And then when I get around to editing it, also do it slow motion so I can see exactly what he does, because it's hard to see what really happened. But he suddenly fell off, but went upside down completely under the branch. But he doesn't use his claws. When he wants to touch anything, kind of uses his wrist. He's really weird, and he sort of hugs you and grabs you with his wrist more than, he doesn't get claws out. So I suppose he tried to just cuddle the branch with his wrist. That didn't work. He was upside down for about 2 seconds, and then he just fell on the ground. But what a catch that was. And I thought, this is awesome, because not so long ago, if you look at my shorts, you'll see I've done epic cat fail. And that was Kit, one of my other cats. He was up on the wall, and then he rolls over because he wants me to stroke him because I'm down from the wall. And as he rolls over, there's no more wall, and he falls off. So that's in my shorts if you want to see that. And I just put epic cat fail for that one. And it's quite good, because you know how when you play a short back, it just repeats. So at the end of it, I put, he falls down, then he sits and looks up at me. And I put, shall I try that again? And then, of course, the short repeats. So he goes up, falls off. Shall I do it again? Goes up, falls off, and so on and so forth. So I thought that was quite clever bit of editing there. So that's 2 times now I've caught my cats being weird, falling. They have. Oh, and by the way, anyone who knows about Kit, he's doing good. I'm still giving him his medication every day, and he's getting used to. He has it in a bit of croissant, and he's quite happy to take his tablet in a bit of croissant. So he's doing fine. I keep my eye on him. So he's doing okay. So I've got 2 months of medication, and then we have to go back to the vet and see if it's got to be ongoing medication or what the plan is on that. So there's that. I was saying about videos I've been editing. I've edited but not posted. I will probably post it week after next, how to make Christmas crackers and a bit of history of them, because I was talking about these on a live some time ago and somebody asked me what Christmas crackers were and I didn't realise that it wasn't a thing. Hey Danny, how you doing? How was your birthday, Danny? How was your birthday? What did you do for your birthday? Yeah, so it turns out a lot of people didn't know what Christmas crackers were. So I've made a video. It's going to be on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. And I only post on there every Wednesday. Well, I've already planned what's going up next Wednesday. So it will be the Wednesday after next if you're interested. So it's how you can make them. I show you pictures of what they are and also the history of them for anyone that does know what they are. Basically, they're something that is part of Christmas definitely in England. It cannot be Christmas without Christmas crackers. And you'll see pictures where I post it. But they're like, imagine a toilet roll with tissue paper on and the ends scrunched up or prettier. And what you do, you have to do this if you're in England. It's not like some people do it, some people don't. It's basically, it's like a Christmas tree. If you don't have it, it's not Christmas in England. And you have them on your dinner table, one for each person. And they're normally red or green colours, but you can get different ones. And then people do it different times, but it's supposed to be just before you start your Christmas dinner. You pull the cracker and you hold one end and whoever you wish holds the other end and you pull it. Whoever has the toilet roll bit gets the thing inside. Now there is always a paper, like tissue paper, hat, a crown, like a children's cut out crown. It's just zigzagged at the top, bright colours. And you have to wear that for the rest of the day. There is always a joke or a motto, something like that inside, a little bit of paper. And if they're jokes, they have to be really stupid, rubbish jokes. That's part of the thing. And there's always traditionally, a little toy or a trinket. And I show you in the video some examples of what you get. These days, you can get expensive stuff in them, but sorry, that's not proper Christmas crackers. Also, when you pull them, they have like a snap or a bang, like a cap gun, those kind of things. And you pull them. Now, if you want to make them yourself and follow her make them, you can buy these snap things. If you don't want them, a lot of people don't like the noise of them like banging, then you can just leave them out and say bang when you pull them. So that's basically what a Christmas cracker is. As I say, it's very traditional and it's from about 1800 is where they come from. Danny says her birthday was good, thank you. My birthday was on Thanksgiving, so I spent time with my family. I ate too much for your birthday. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, having it the same day as another special occasion? Mine's December the 6th, and I really feel sorry for all those December birthdays like mine. I've said before that I always got as a child from friends, here's your birthday Christmas present. I think that's terrible. And including my mother, I often got my birthday presents wrapped up with Christmas paper. That's a no-no. This is why Christmas is not allowed to be mentioned until after my birthday. It's not my birthday. Although now I'm older, I do sometimes, if I've not got anything to do on my birthday, I may put up my tree and my decorations. I may. Sometimes I do, but not always. With the vet bill that we've had, we're not going to be able to go and do anything for my birthday this year. So they'll just be stay at home. Maybe then I'll do the Christmas decorations. I don't know. Yeah, so that's basically that. I just thought I'd mention that video. Oh, are you peering at my earring? I'm back to that again. So today You've seen pig ones before, just a pig head. Now, I've left one off so you can see it without me coming full zoom in, and you see my lovely wrinkly skin that you had to manage last time. Plus, I can see that I'm showing you it. Can you see? It's like wearing a feathery hula skirt, the piggy, and his eyes do move. His eyes jingle. So that's my earrings today. If you're peering at my earring, this is what you're seeing. Thought you might like that. What else? I talked about we had an earthquake a week ago, was it? I did say it in a live. It was a 4.2 magnitude, and I said, although we got really shunted forward, we were sitting in the garden on solid steel garden chairs, and both me and Mike got shunted forwards on the patio. Apart from that, nothing had fallen in the house or anything like that. And I said, no damage. It was just we got shunted so falsely. And I was quite surprised because the house was right behind me. So for there to be no damage there, but the force came through that way, I found that odd. But funny enough, I was in the bedroom just now before the live, and I was contortioning. I was brushing my hair, but I can't always reach it around the back, so I sort of go sideways and do it. So I was at a weird angle. You didn't need to know that. So I was brushing my hair and looking in a different direction to where I would normally look, in a different angle. And I see a big crack down our bedroom wall. I was like, that wasn't there before. It's a great big way it runs down the back and behind the picture. It's like, that must have been from the earthquake. There was no way that was there before. No way. It's too big, too big. No, my house is not earthquake proof because it's too old to have been. So yeah, another crack, another one bites the dust. So there's that. On another video I've just edited today. I will probably post it next or one after next. Again, this isn't on this channel. This will be on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. Yeah, I think it's going on that channel because I haven't talked on that channel about the volunteering that we have volunteers come here. Anyone can do it. And it's a way you can basically have free accommodation if you want to come and stay here. And all we ask is 3 hours a day help. And then the rest of the time's your own to do whatever. And we give you free accommodation for that. No food, obviously. And only 5 days a week. So Monday to Friday, you give us 3 hours, maybe in the morning is normally the best idea. And then it's just gardening, or if you're more into doing crafts and things like that. I'm looking for someone who can do macrame. If you can do macrame, I need you, because we've got lots of old deck chairs and other sorts of chairs that are for the garden, but I want them made macrame, so they've got to be quite strong. You'll have to get the stuff for me, but we'll pay you for it. Obviously, we need to know how much it's going to cost first, but we need sort of the deck chairs and that done as macrame. And yes, I could learn to do it, but I feel if someone's really good at it, they'll be fast and do it well. So if you do macrame and you want to come and stay here for as long as you like to do it for us, I can't remember how many deck chairs there are, but there's other types of chairs as well. And we also need somebody who can come. We've got the material, but we need removable sofa covers made. So I need someone who can make those to come and stay. And as I say, free accommodation, and it's a cheap way for you to have a holiday. You've only got to obviously pay to get here and pay for food and whatever you want to do while you're here. But it's normally accommodation that's the costly thing these days. So if you're someone through YouTube, then hey Blue, If you're someone from YouTube, then you can just contact me. I've put my email below this video. You can just contact me and we arrange it between us. If not, then we normally do it through our Workaway site. It's not our site, it's a worldwide site, and you can go on there and it tells you how to go about it, and there's other places you can go as well. But if it's someone through YouTube, then obviously just email me and we'll work it out ourselves that way. So they're the things we really need, but you can come and help in the garden. As I say, if you're into DIY, that sort of thing, you can do some pallet wood projects and other things we've got going on. If you don't know how to do things, but you want to learn, then me and Mike, depending on what you want to do, are very willing to help you and teach you things. A lot of people have come here to learn about solar and living off grid and all that type of thing, to see if they really would like to do it, or if it would be cost effective, or what that daily life entails. So you can come and find out about that. Or if you want to just come here for a holiday, but you don't want to do anything, you just want to come and chill and have a holiday, then we just ask for a donation towards our projects, because we're no longer allowed to rent, because it's an EU directive that you have to pay €224 per year in order to be allowed to rent, let alone tax and all the rest of it on top. And so what we do now is say you're welcome to come for a donation towards our projects, or come as a volunteer, and then you don't pay anything at all, not even a donation, but you help in exchange for the accommodation. So that's the way we've got to go with that. I think that was all the updates. Oh, I was saying on that video as well that I'm talking about saying there's also holiday options that you can also have. So you could just come as a holiday, or I do crafts. I can teach you crafts. I can teach you dancing, and on the video it goes through what types of dancing, whether you've never danced before. I guarantee, don't ever tell me you can't dance, you've got 2 left feet, you're too old, all these things, because I can teach anyone to dance, because I'm professional. So anyone who always says I can't do that, because I've taught people in wheelchairs, all sorts of things. I've taught people that can't walk, have no limbs, you name it. There is ways that I can teach you to dance. So don't tell me there's no way. There is a way. Anyone can do anything if you can adapt and be positive about being able to have a go. So I can teach any forms of dancing. Oh, thanks, Blue. So if you want to come and learn any type of dance, and I did actually put on the video, it's not up yet, if anyone's just joined me, the video is going to be on my other channel, just explaining about volunteers, because I haven't mentioned that before. So I've also said that the dancing tuition, if you wanted to, particularly if you're new to dance, you don't need to come and say I want to learn tap dancing, or I want to learn Latin. You can say, can I do a day of each bit? So you could try lots of different things. So to me, that would be quite a fun thing to do. Just come and try a different style. And I also teach different forms of fitness, not your bog standard aerobics or exercise or workout. Mine all have a twist, because fun is the key to exercise. So you're not supposed to think you're exercising when you are. So different versions of my Keep Fit I teach is with, you know, like the big gymnastic ribbons. Well, there's different sizes of those. There's very small ones, and they go to different lengths. So they start quite small. So you can just do, this is something I've taught to old people in old people's homes that just sit, and they sit in the chairs, and with the music we do different things with the little hand ribbon and things. And the important thing with that is you use both hands, and does brain and hand-to-eye coordination. So you can learn to dance with that. I've also got a video on my dance channel where if you're bedridden, different exercises if you're bedridden or can just sit. My fun keep fit is using props. There's a lot of props. So hoop, and that doesn't mean you've got to be able to hula hoop. No. So there's hoop, and that's good for posture, because if you're holding a hoop, think it's wide, and when you're holding it above your head, you've got a much better posture than if you just put your arms up. If you're not so flexible and you just put your arms up, you'll probably find they're forward and not fully straight. If you're holding a hoop, your arm span is naturally much wider, and you don't want the hoop at your face. You're naturally going to stretch your arms up. So I do hoop, balls, exercises with balls, and we're not talking like the yoga balls you sit on. We're talking like big sponge balls. Pom-poms. This is something the old people liked, because they just dance and have fun, roll and stretch and touch your toes and things like that. I do proper cheerleading, so don't think it's all just beginner. If someone's quite competent at dance, I go beyond professional level. What else do we use? Baton twirling. Now this is very good if you've got hand and finger issues. So baton twirling. I do Cuban crunch, which is my invention. Cuban crunch is basically based on Latin and Latino dances, and each one you've got basic movements of those dances as keep fit, but you're not doing the technique or the full sort of technique of doing it properly. But if you learn those keep fit things and then you go and learn the dance properly on my videos, you've already got a good concept of the dance. You've just got to learn how to do it properly, if you like. So it's a good beginner idea into it. So I've done paso doble, salsa, rumba, samba, cha-cha-cha, jive. You can do all these things as like a keep fit workout, because I'm a great lover of not going on the floor much for a workout, because most people who want to start keep fit aren't already fit. And a lot of these keep fit YouTubers, they don't bear that in mind. Oh, we'll do this. Now we go on the floor. A lot of people can't even get on the floor. And then just try and sit up a bit. People can't do that. So mine are more on your feet, or as I say, you can adapt all these, and there are special ones for sitting in a chair. But it's like dancers. Some people are dancers, but they can't teach dancing. I'm a dance teacher first and foremost. Then I'm a choreographer, dancer, and so on and so forth. Because it's no good being the best dancer in the whole world if you've got no concept of how to teach from the beginning. Blue says, I need a crane to get up off the floor. If I'm on the floor, just chuck me a blanket and a pillow, I'll be fine. But that's the thing, Blue, isn't it? Let's say people of ill health or of a certain age, and they really suddenly do just want to keep fit. They haven't got a chance. I would say 99% of videos or keep fit programs are not for them. I struggle to get off the floor when I'm on the floor. People don't think it, but I really can't get up off the floor. I can do sit-ups and things on the floor, but it's physically getting up. I cannot get up off the floor. You should see it. You should see it. People think I'm far more able than I am. I cannot get up off the floor. I cannot. I can get on the floor. I cannot get up off the floor. I have to have things around me of different heights and sort of push up on a chair, not with wheels, push up and then grab something else and sort of heave myself up in stages and levels. I'm the same. It takes me 20 minutes to get up off the floor. Yeah, this is what I say, these keep fit ones. Or they say, stand on one leg. Now, I think there must be 80% of people, even if they're fit, if they don't do physical exercise all the time, try it if you think you're fit. Stand on one leg. Let's talk to Danny's in the house. If you stand on one leg, she's young and fit. She stands on one leg. She might be able to do that. Stand on the opposite leg, because you'll go and pick your strongest leg without even thinking about it. So stand on the other leg. If you can do that, then rise up. So lift your heel and you're balancing on your tiptoes, like bend your toes. Can you do that? But not as you lift the leg. You've got to be standing on one leg first, and as you're balancing on one leg, then go up on your tiptoes. And I want to know how many people who count themselves of being fit can do that. You can't lean on anything. So if you're young and fit and you're listening to this, either now or in the replay, stand on one foot. The other one, you can't lean against your other leg. So you can't, just like bend your knee up. So you stand on one leg. And then when you're balanced, rise up on that tiptoe. And again, you will find you can possibly do it on one leg, your strong leg. Can you do it on the other leg? You've got to balance there, not just up and down, balance. Blue, don't you be trying it, love. Don't you be trying it. Blue says, I used to be able to do that. I list over to the right or left now. Yeah, I can't stand on one leg. I have to go downstairs quite quick, because if I take too long with one leg, then the other leg, I'm gone. Yeah, and I don't know if you'll probably find as well, you couldn't do it closing your eyes now so much either. I can see this, everyone's going, oh, I'll try that, I'll try that. I keep meaning to do my video about the magic twist, and it's going to take me time to do it because I can't remember it. I have to read it, the what to do first, what to do second, what to do third. I can't read something, remember it and say it, so I literally have to read it. So I'll have to figure out how to film it, because I can't be reading it and doing it at the same time. But the magic is, let's say you stand up and you just stretch round, just like easily stretch around like this and back to the center. Then you do something and you do it again and you realize you've actually gone further round. Then you do this thing again and then you stretch round and you're going even further round. It's the magic twist. Magic twist. I must film that. I must film it. But you have to follow it as I'm saying to do it. You can't just read it and then, I'll go and do it. If you miss a step out, it doesn't quite work. But it's a magic twist. I won't. It's fine. Certainly not today. But can you imagine it? People would be doing it. They'll be like, oh, I'm doing it now. Okay, I think it's time for a tambourine time. Do you know what this is? Tambourine time. This is where I've got my list of current supporters to my channel. Those are always in chats or comments. And I've got my little list. And I've got letters of the alphabet. And I randomly will pick a letter out and then look at my list and see who begins with that letter. Ooh, K. Does your channel begin with K? It could be you. Oh, let's have a look. So my list, let's find K, F, G, H, I, J. Hey, I've got some J's there. K. And then I have to mark it off so I don't keep doing the same person every time I get that letter. So let's mark that one off as being done. Okay, so the shout out today is going to Chris and Larry's Homestead. Yay! And they won't know. Makes me laugh. I love doing these shout outs. I think they won't know if they don't watch. Yay! Somebody might tell them. That's cool. Let's type their name in. Chris and Larry Homestead. Is it with a R? Yes. Okay, I mean. Chris and Larry Homestead. I'll tell her. Yeah, they're like that. Chris and Larry Homestead, and they're in North Arizona. Really cool couple. Oh, I didn't know that, Blue. See, I don't watch weekends. I try and stay off of YouTube weekends. Occasionally, I might, if Mike goes off somewhere or something like that, I might. But on the whole, I don't tend to watch on weekends. So, oh, right. Ooh, that's good. Oh, you definitely tell her. Oh, you want your timestamp? I can't see a timestamp here. Can you see a timestamp when I'm actually on live? And then you can tell her roughly where the timestamp is. Can you see a timestamp when it's actually live? Tell me, Blue. I've never really known that. If you can see a timestamp, I'm doing a live. And what I'm doing while I'm sitting here, I must do some. Doing my okra seeds. I had these out to do last time. I didn't do them. Ooh, let's shake the rubbish out first. Got a bin. So when your okra's dead dry, just split it open. See if I can do it up here so you can see. And look, all the seeds in there. Can you see them all? Oh, update on my seeds, my indoor kitchen. Let's see if I can show you it. I have done a video of these. So that's the seeds. Oh, one on the computer. Whoa. There. My indoor growing area. I'm filming it. Every time something pops up, I film it. And oh, you have got a timestamp. Right. You need to write that down then. So they don't have to watch the whole live. Just to see a shout out. So if you're watching, yay, hello. Chris and Larry, hi from Dawn in Cyprus, from my home to yours. I like that. Yeah, they're really cool, aren't they? I love them. Really cool couple. Yeah, my indoor garden, I'm filming it. I did a tiny bit today, and I'm remembering to put the dates on so I can show you how fast things are growing. I didn't write down what I filmed today, which ones were growing, but what I did, I've got all the plastic containers, and on the top of them I've done sticky labels and written what's in each one, because I thought if I take a photo of each one and the photos get mixed up, I won't know which one's which. So I thought, right, film it. So I filmed the lid, I opened the lid, and I film what it looks like. Now stop the camera, look for what other ones had things growing, and then I film the lid, lift the lid, film it. That's the only way I could really do it. So yeah, what's coming up already? They were on the I better write down the date of today, last day of November, because I'm keeping a record as well. I just put filmed, and then I'll know what ones I filmed are there. So far growing, I planted out all of them on the 23rd of November. The 27th of November, the radish and the broccoli were already coming through. Now, I'm not talking about when you see what I call moss, when you see that little tiny green something in the earth. I'm talking about when I can actually see something semi-decent. So there are, even the things I'm saying, there was more, I call it moss, you know what it looks like, where you just see green within the earth. So the actual thing's growing. I sowed everything on the 23rd of November. 27th of November, the radish and the broccoli I've filmed. The 29th of October, the cauliflower started coming up as well. And today, there was so much. I must have done about eight different extra things. So we've got beetroot, radish, broccoli. Now, lettuce. I said this before. I've planted 2 or 3 types of lettuce. And one is the Rosa lettuce, which is like a red and green lettuce. And I planted that. And last year, I found that grew much quicker than all the other lettuce. And yes, the Rosa lettuce is pretty awesome already. The green lettuce, it's just starting to come through. So I don't know why. I know it's a different variety, but lettuce is lettuce, is it not? But the rosa always seems to grow much faster, which is quite interesting because I prefer the green lettuce. So I'd rather that came through first. Another one. Yeah, what else is growing? Can't remember what I filmed. I'm terrible for like remembering. If I just do something, now I forget it. Can't remember. There's something else I was surprised is growing already. Right, that's the okra done. Now let's get some carrots done. Because I've got my seed giveaway. I've got to do all tomorrow. I've got to try and remember to put that up. Seed giveaway. So anyone watching this back, make sure you go on my community post, possibly tomorrow or sometime very soon after. And you'll see the picture of seeds that I put up every month. And there I put the recipient who's up for the free seeds this month. Don't worry if it's not you, you'll all get a turn. You'll all get a turn. They're in no particular order. And then it tells you a video to go and watch, and the video tells you how you get the seeds. It's basically asking for an email of where to send them and also what seeds you want. And yes, you are allowed to have all the seeds if you want some of all of them. You're not being greedy. They're there for the giving. So say if you want a lot, then say the ones you don't want rather than list the ones you do want. But if you want them all, I will be very happy for that. I'm growing the seeds for you to have. I felt loud. What else? I think I've gone through everything to catch up. I did make a little list. I'm just looking at it. Yeah, if you weren't here at the beginning, I was wandering around measuring this wall. That could be a little thing now, actually. The beginning of my videos, I'm doing some DIY or something. I was measuring the walls in my own funny little way that I measure things. So do check that. That was pretty funny. Trying to do the carrots. Let me see. I've got quite a few done. I mustn't get these mixed up now with the okra. These are the carob ones I've done so far. Ooh. These are quite good. I also use these for upside down over if I grow in cups or something, as in plastic cups or anything. I'll put these upside down for a cloth. Oh, you're back home. Back home. What's your next travel plan, Mr. Darian? Oh, and by the way, Lou, don't forget to put up your channel links as always. I had 585 watch back one of my lives, one of my recent lives. So it's always worth putting it up for these mysterious people. There'll be someone somewhere. And guys, both say about what's on your channels recently, because occasionally I do watch lots of people's channels, but I don't watch every single thing of every single one sometimes. And then someone come my live and I say, oh, put up what's on what your video is now. And someone put something, I think, oh, I haven't seen that one. And I go and watch it. So even for me, tell me what your latest one is. I haven't been on Blue's for this week. I don't think, Blue, I haven't been on yours this week. I nearly always comment when I come on yours. So nearly always. I'm a bit busy at the moment going on new people's channels or oh yeah, I should do another shout out. I'm trying to help people grow their numbers. Now, where did I put it though? I haven't got my sheet with me. Let me see if I can. I won't be able to find it in here. I'm spending my time on small people channels, trying to build them up. So that's where I'm. Normally, if I'm missing from your channel, I'm normally working for people, trying to help their little channels get going. Blue says, check out Magnificent Germany with Darian. Dawn's a moderator on Darian's channel. Let's see. Because I'm working on quite a few at the moment, but there's one particularly I wanted to put up. I don't think it's in here. I'll put it on the back. No, it's not on that sheet. I can't tell you it. Oh, hold on, it's over here. Is it that one? I think this one. This is one of the channels I'm helping at the moment. Small channel. I'm in the group of treasure seekers, treasure hunters, metal detectors, those kind of folk. I'm in their little clan at the moment. That's so interesting. The ones who do the like go in the rivers with magnets and all that. I'm really interested in that. If we had rivers here, I think that's something I would be into. Going with a magnet and going like rivers. I think that's pretty awesome. So I'm kind of in that little hub at the moment because I find that all really very interesting. Oh, that's sweet. Very sweet. Yeah, Darren, you need to put more about your channel. I want to know your travels. What's your travels? Because you're supposed to be coming to Cyprus at some point. And we're going to take you for ice cream. Oh, we flew. And that's his channel name is Treasure Hunting Jared. Well, that's what I've got his channel under. That's how I've got it. That's where my subs have all been going. Darian also has a second channel. See, I can't really talk of two seeds at the same time. The seed nearly went in the bin. Oh dear. Wait. See, I always look under M for no, I look under D for Magnificent Journey. Yes, Mr. G. I don't have your other channel name. Wait, I've actually got it on a Word doc. It won't be on this Word doc, though. I don't think. It will be on my Word doc of... Don't think you're on this Word doc. No, let's see, without leaving you, if I can bring up... which Word doc are you on? Oops, not this Word doc. This is a TV production. This is a True North. Blue might know who True North is. True North production. It's the regulations for having people on TV programs, the General Data Protection Regulations and True North. In the event you're selected for series, the questionnaire will be retained and will form an appendix of your release form. God, look at all those questions. Right, what are we looking for? Darian's other channel. It's not on this one. It's not on that Word doc. Right, I've forgotten which Word doc it's on. Won't be on that one. Won't be on that one. Oh, here we go. Moderators. Got to find your one now. Too many channels. Moderate too many channels. Too many. That one can go. Should be on this one. Do. Oh my goodness, look at them all. Ah, Darren. No, wrong Darren. That's my Australian Darren. Not Darion. Darren. Oh, don't want that. No, not that one. It's floating the boat thing. You're probably typing it in there and I can't see. It's what floats my boat with a twist. What floats my boat with a twist? Something like that. See, I know it. No, I can't find you. Darian, type in what your other channel is. Moment in the Word? I thought it was something about what floats my boat with a twist. Where am I? Look. Oh, here we go. Where are we? Oh, it's not coming up. Oh, well, that's what I was clicking on the other day. But perhaps he's changed it. Blooming Squirrels has changed her name 4 times in the last week. So it does get a bit confusing. Looking forward to my trip to Cyprus, hopefully in July, but not sure. Oh, cool. It'll be hot then. I know that had a few of those. Yeah. It's called A Moment in the Word. Why is it called that, Darian? Let me write that down on my sheet. Sure, it's you of floating the boat with a twist. It is you. I don't know that other title you've just put. A Moment in the Word. A Moment in the Word. You're confusing me. Tell me about floating the boat. Tell me about floating the boat. Oh, there we go. Whatever floats my boat with a twist. That's the one. Well, I don't know why I didn't have that written down, but see, I remembered it quite well. Let me write it. I don't know why it's not written here. Let me write it. Whatever floats my boat with a twist. Is that what I said or not? And who's above you? Meg. We love Meg. Whatever. That's not what she calls her channel now either. Whatever floats my boat. Yes, my boat. With a twist. I think it's Meg's Life now, isn't it? Meg's Life, I think her channel is. It's been that for a long time, I know. A false channel. Look at you. I just shut it. I just shut the book. See, I can promote things if I know them. Violin Aspirations. Okay. Aspirations. I have to check spelling because I know some of you American folks spell things weirdos. Wait, let's see. Let's go back a bit because I wasn't reading it all. Let's just check. Right, got there. It's not coming up, right? I'm looking forward to my trip to Cyprus. I read that. And now about that, I read that. It's called Read That. Read that. Actually, I have 4 channels altogether. Me too. Tell me what those other 2 channels are about then. I know Floats a Boat one. So tell me what the other 2 channels are about. I found the boaty one. Oh, Blue, bless you. You're a hard worker. My 4th channel, I read that. Darren's other channel, and his other channel, and his other channel. Thank you, Blue. Blue's cool. Darren's other channel, other channel. I only have 2 videos on my violin one. Oh, right, okay. I'm going to have to look them up at some time. Won't be today. As I always say, when I do my lives, I'm done then. I'm done on the channel. And sometimes I say to people, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll write that down. I'll look at that. It's not on the live day. That's why I have a bit of paper sometimes. And if something comes up, if I don't write it down, it won't happen. So I normally say, oh, better write down then, look at Darren's channel. Now I've written them down. Okay, look at Darian's channels and send him some spaghetti ice. I wouldn't say hard worker. Oh, that was hard work sleeping this morning. A moment in the Word is where I share scripture. I keep them short. Right, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that channel. Didn't even know about it. And what's the violin one? I know you say you've only got 2 on the violin one. But you're very creative, sir. Very creative. Very creative. Yes, you are a hard worker, Blue. Because hard work means putting everything you've got into something. And that is most surely what you do, Blue. You put everything you've got into things, whether it be by word or by action. Definitely. Privileged to know everybody in my community. Everyone brings something different to the table. You don't have to try, you succeed. Mike says that, goes, oh, I'm trying. I said, don't say you try. Say, I succeed. Hey, Oka Junkie, Teddy. Hello, my first out of country YouTube friends. Seriously? Oh, cool. You as well. Enjoy your great personality. Oh, that's lovely. Do you know anyone who doesn't know Darren's channel, whether you're watching later on, and you'll write down this bit. Thank you for staying tuned all this time. But Darren, if you just go on for 2 seconds, just his face, his humour, he just oozes personality. I always go on Darren's channel when I'm a little bit down. And just like his face lights up the whole screen. Really. Darren is awesome. Really awesome. It's just our times don't match so well at the moment because, I was always there for you. But my times are just crazy, ridiculous times. But the good side of that is I've met new folk because I love lives. So I've met some new folk because I had to find different people to fit in different time slots. Oh, it just made my day. No, you make my day. Oh, aren't you glad you came? Oh, we're so happy now, both of us. We're so happy. So let's talk about Old Car Junkie because we haven't spoken apart from saying hello. So Teddy, tell us what you're up to on your channel. Teddy does a lot of drawing, and my goodness, Teddy, I think last time I was on yours, I commented saying something about just going back. If you go back to your first drawings and what you're doing now, they've come on leaps and bounds. They really have. Do that, actually, Teddy. I don't know if you sort of look back at your old drawings, but if not, go back to your old videos and look at the first few you did, and then go and look at your last few. I mean, there's now detail, and sorry for keep looking away. I'm doing seeds, Teddy. I'm doing seeds, and the table's here. Yeah, you've got detail, and I can't remember who the picture is of or what it was, but the detail in it, it's amazing. Whereas before the first ones, you tried a bit of shade or whatever else. I want to see more things other than people, because about the mid drawings you did. There was some animals and things coming in, and I really loved those, and I like them more. I know people are hard to draw, but I think animals are actually harder still. So I want to see some more animals. Really liked seeing the animal ones. Really did. Really good. So yeah, I think that's all my catch up. Has anyone got anything to promote? Does anyone want to promote anything? Oh, Blue, how's your foundation thing going? Tell them about your foundation thing. I do take notice. I do. Tell them about your foundation thing. This would be a great platform for you, Blue, to talk about your foundation thing. What's the bit? I missed something. It's be a great platform. Great platform. Anyone want to promote anything? Who's got merch? Darian, do you have merch? Do you have merch, Darian? Can't say much at the moment as we're in the process of negotiation. Oh, right, okay. Well, let's just say then, Blue, people need to come on your channel and find out what Dawn's talking about then. Darren says, I have 2 meetups. Oh, I get sad when people do meetups because I can't come. I have 2 meetups I'm hosting. Oh, you're hosting. Helen Gar, the second weekend of March 2023. Oh, right. Okay. Laugh out loud. Yes. Yes. I hope you're all going to each other's channel. That is quite a lot of the purpose of my lives, is to get my community to meet other people in my community. Because as I was saying earlier, I've said this many times before, although we've all got people from all walks of life and all sorts of places, on the whole, you get similar people to what your channel is. So I've said before, like homesteaders, you're going to get a large proportion of homesteaders. Or if you're in America, you're going to get the Americans. If you're, my goodness, in Portugal, they all have to go together in their little clan. So you're going to get all the Portuguese people, like, let's say expats, they're all going to go in a clan and they're all going to watch each other's. Cyprus, no, there's no one. But I go to lots of different things. As I was saying, I'm really interested in this magnet fishing and that kind of thing. I'm really into that. So that's a branch that I've sort of got a community there. And then I'm interested in people that are in different countries. So I'm there. So I do feel my channel brings in people from lots of different places that some of you might not have met. And as I know, I now go on those people's channels if I promote them or they come in the chat. And that's why I like to promote people who can't make it to my live chats, because they're strong communities. So I like to put some in every now and then. But I feel that if you all meet up here and I go on those people's channels and suddenly I'll say, let's say, Blue suddenly then, I'm like, hey, you was never here before. So, you know, you found it via my channel sometimes. So I like that. I like to find my people that I knew wasn't somewhere. So all do go and look at each other's channels, because then if you're in their chat, you'll pick up more people that might be interested in yours, which is why my lives are mostly for the part to chat live-ish to you, but also to build that big bond of establishing a bigger community for you folk too, which is why I always say, put your links, talk about your channel. Why on earth other channels don't allow it? There's no etiquette that says you can't do that. It's just big channels started off that you can't put your own link. You can't, because they didn't want everyone to go off to other people's channels. They wanted to keep them in their little big time niche. So all this nonsense about you can't do this, you can't do that. You can do whatever you want. And just because it's been built up to say, oh, you shouldn't do that, who says you shouldn't do that? Do we all follow what we're told to do, or do we try and establish ourselves as being unique and do what we want to do, what's best for our community? And my thoughts are the best thing, particularly if you're a moderator. I get annoyed when I moderate for other people's channels. I put all their channel links up. Everyone that comes on, I put their link up. If it's a channel where they got loads of moderators, I'll put all those up because I know they feel they can't put their own up. I put them all up. And then not a single moderator will put my one up. And I've just put all theirs up weekly. No. So, you know, I feel particularly if you're a moderator, you've got kudos that you're working hard for me and putting links up and joining those people up by putting the links. Why can't you put your own link up? Why can't you? So do, and put about your channel. This chat is for you to build your channel. You're giving me your time to come and chat. I'm giving you my chat column to build your community. Where are we? Also have another meet up in Hilberg on 1st of July 2023 as well. That's in your titles, wasn't it, Hilberg? I'm pretty sure that was, I don't know if you changed your titles, but it was in your titles, Hilberg. Pretty sure. I have all the event information on my Facebook page, which is the same name as my channel. All go and check it out. Dawn doesn't have Facebook, but for anyone who does, do type that in. Magnificent Magnificent Germany with Darian. And as I say, if you don't know these channels, just go and have a look. Just go and say hello. You'll be warmly welcomed from everyone that's on. Blue says, I do both. My budgeting lives on Fridays. I don't because it's almost a podcast and may become one. I've thought before I even did lives, I was seriously contemplating doing podcast. I was seriously contemplating that because I just like to chat. I was seriously contemplating podcasts. I even got it all set up. There was 2 I was thinking of using. Oh, what are they called? I'd have to look it up. But there's 2. Power something was one. Power something. And I can't remember what the other one was called that I was going to use. And then I thought, hold on, I might as well just do a live and give that a go and see. So, yeah, podcasts are good. My monthly chat one, though, is different. I will share channels. Cool. I try to keep on the topic so it's distracting for me otherwise. Well, my Monday ones originally were topics, weren't they? And I used to do lots of little topics in one episode. So something for everyone. A little bit of gardening, a little bit of sorting, a little bit of a book from my bookshelf. Pardon me. And then today's one was always chat, catch up and everything else. But I wasn't well and things were going on, and it takes a while to go and think, right, what am I going to share? And sometimes I've got an old record out of my record collection and would read the songs, all sorts of things. And I did quite like doing that. It did take time, as I say, to see, I'd do a little bit about something about Cyprus, either a place or a product or something like that. And yeah, I like doing that. I did ask feedback, did people like that or prefer not that? But everyone just said, well, you know, we like whatever you do. So that wasn't really helpful. But as I say, I wasn't well and it took time to sort of sort that out and get out the stuff. I probably will go back to that because I did like doing that. But I don't know how. I have enough updates on Mondays and Wednesdays. And what I do, I write a little list. If I think, or something, I think, I'll share that in my updates. Then I've got a bit of paper on my desk. I'll write that down. It'd be remembered to say about that. So I've had plenty to talk about. Yeah, so I'll probably sometimes do the other one. And that's why I say topics then. I did find that sometimes I was talking about one of the topics and there'd be a laugh or a chat about something. But then the idea of that was it was to spark conversation. And also the reason for the topics was because it's a bit of a funny time for a lot of countries, really, when I'm on. It was something that I thought, well, if no one comes on, I've still got plenty to say. So it was kind of, when I first started lives, I thought that was an idea that I could just read out and share things and show things, like a TV program. I'm used to doing those, and you just have to talk till the time's up. So I thought, well, I've got things, I can read it and then talk about that, and the next topic's this, and talk about that. But I've got lots of chat going on in my chat, so we'll go back to it, but maybe it'll be now and then as opposed to every week. We'll see. Yeah, trying to keep on topic. Of course, sparking conversation is always good. Yeah, and it did. It was because I'm not keen on lives where, I've talked about this before, and everyone does their own thing. So I'm not knocking anything. I'm just saying, for me, particularly the chats where there's loads of people in the chat on the screen, it's quite distracting for me. Some of them are exactly the same people all the time, which is great. It's a strong community, but it keeps looping to the same conversation, therefore, all the time, because it wouldn't necessarily be anything new or anything. It'd just be the same circle conversation, which meant if they go on, a lot of lives go on for more than 2 hours, it's like, I don't mind giving up my time for a live, but there's more purpose. I'm tied to my laptop here. The battery on it doesn't work, so I can't even unplug and go somewhere else. So I'm tied to here or this room. So to give up that time, I mean, it's fun just to chat. I'm not saying that. I don't know how to really explain it when it's talking about nothing for over 2 hours and the same nothing all the time. I don't know how to explain it. I hope you know what I mean. And sometimes, particularly if I want to get to know a host of a channel that I don't really know, when they have multiple people up, if they're not a strong character, and some of those that come in are very strong characters, you don't hear much from the host, because it's not questions or talking about something. They're just talking. I don't know how to really explain it. It's not like a subject, or they're just, I don't know how to say it. Do you get what I mean about talking about nothing? They're just, I don't know. But it didn't have a theme or anything you could connect with. And then the host, you're trying to get who they are. That's why I go on lives, to get to know that host. And they might be a weaker character, that they got such strong people there, and they take over the chat, because a lot were going on chats all over the place. You'd see these same few people turn up on all the chats, and I'm like, yeah, I know you. I'm on your channel. I'm subscribed to you. But you're saying the same thing on all the channels to get new people to come and watch your channel. I want to know about the host and about him and what he's doing, or whatever, or what she's doing, and more about her. And I didn't get anything from being on there for over 2 hours. So I'm not knocking it. Some people just do it for friendship and chat and socialise. That's great. But for me, that's why I do StreamYard on my other channel, but I'm very wary about not having multiple people on. I think a one-to-one is better. That's my opinion, what I want to do, but I know it works for other people for the reasons they want to do it. But I don't learn anything new about the host in those big multiple chats unless they are leading the live. If they're leading the live, then that's great. So we all do different things, and it works for different people for what people want out of it. I know a lot of people are afraid of doing the live, so they need that support, and they just sit there and let everyone else run the live. Then if they're doing it for numbers, then if that works for them, that's great. Where are we? Darian's Facebook group, go and have a look at that. Oh, it's Red Blues one. I do both. My budgeting lives on Fridays. I don't because it's podcast may become one. Yeah, I want to know more about that. My monthly chat was different. I will share channels. I read that one. Distracting, read that. Conversation, read that. Get that, read that. I find some panel hosts lose control of their lives. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. And it's concerning because I've seen others take over and talk about some seriously channel damaging stuff. Yes, there is that too, Blue. There is that too. And it was fact. I don't know if it's still fact because I haven't looked into that side since. But if you viewed regularly let's call it a concerning channel or concerning chat on a channel, so it might not be the host, it might be someone that's come on the channel and they do concerning things. If you're regularly viewing that channel, it used to be a mark on your channel, and this was the reason when I first started YouTube, so we're talking a long time ago, this was the reason a lot of people had trouble with comments blocked on their own channel. It was why they were filtering through your channel to see, as you're associating yourself strongly with the actions on a live or another channel, that they were going through your channel to see if you're in agreement, do the same thing, etc., etc. And that was the reason when I first was on YouTube, why people kept saying, oh, I don't know where my comments have gone, or why I'm not getting comments and all that. That was what that was about. Yes, I didn't think about that. Yes, I'm assuming we're talking about similar channels too. Yeah, so basically it's a case of, I don't know if it's still so now, but it's a good idea to disassociate yourself from certain channels. Unfortunately, there was one I was really keen on, but behind the scenes that no one was aware of, there was actually something pretty seriously nasty going on, and it was the most loveliest of channels. It wasn't anything you would even know about. Loveliest of channels, and I had to just get away from there for YouTube basically gave me a big heads up on that, and unfortunately no one else knows about it, and that's how it's going to stay. Where are we? I'm very careful about who is on the panel. When I have them, there's always a reason. Yeah, I don't know how many you have maximum, but I mean, you're a strong character. You could deal with a lot. What's the most you have on talking? But you have a thread. You normally have a thread anyway, and that's what you need. But as I say, a lot we're doing it to build up numbers, and yeah. Darren, I love a good conversation. You talk about me going on or in general with a conversation. You've done lives with people on, haven't you? So what's the most people you've had on? Yeah, you have the full 6, don't you, sometimes? But then I liked your lives because you had different nationalities and they were all contributing. I thought that was quite unique, or it might not be, I don't know, but I found that quite unique. You had different nationalities and all talking about the same thing and different aspects of it. That's something I've always liked. Quite possibly when I find channels doing that, I tend to unsubscribe from them, as I don't watch them anymore after seeing that. Yeah, I just want to do my own disclaimer there. I don't want anyone to think that I might not have been on your channel a long time and I'm talking about you. People would know if it was their channel or not, surely, from what we've said. I'm suddenly very thirsty. Right now, the most I've had is 4, including me. I do have live coming up that's fundraiser where there's 6 of us, but there's reasons. Yeah, and as I say, you're a strong character. You don't sit back and they all just do whatever. And something else, personally for me, I've said if anyone comes on my StreamYard or my other channel, there are 2 things they must not do before they even come up. They must not smoke on the channel, even if it's over here out the way. No, I don't promote that. If people want to smoke, that's up to them, but I don't want that on my channel. And the other thing they must not do, it's a live, as in you want to come on the screen, be on that screen. None of this blooming clicking off and leaving your icon up. That is so annoying. Who wants to watch a live with little icons all over the place? I either want to see the host or people. I don't want to watch little icons. Or they go onto their icon so they can smoke. And all you hear is the lighter. Click, 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 click. Oh, my goodness. That's a big turn off for me. It really is a massive turn off. If you're coming up on my live, I want to see you. I think it's quite rude for you to have someone up and they put their icon up. Then click off and let someone else pop up. Do that. Do that. Oh, my goodness. Car Junkie. Sometimes I really love to draw farm animals. I just dropped a new video. Oh, right. I love to work on autos. I tell you what, I've been doing, Car Junkie. You're like me, I think, not sort of 100% au fait with modernisation of bits and pieces. I may be wrong, but I'm going on A1s. There's one called Dawn A1. It's an app. And if you go on there, you say what you want it to draw and it draws it. I'm onto those kind of things at the moment. So it's called Dawn A1. And I've said this in another live. You can keep the pictures and use the pictures for like thumbnails or whatever you want to do. The only thing with it is it's got the watermark up the top. It's not like over it. It's not one of those. It's just got Dawn A1 up the top. So it will be on all your videos. That's fine. For my videos, Dawn A1, people think, oh, what's Dawn put her name up there for? So I might use those. I like Canva. If any of you haven't discovered Canva yet, I think Blue uses Canva. Go on Canva. If I use anything, it's dead simple. It's dead simple. Canva, you can make films, thumbnails, all sorts of things on there. So Canva's good. Look into that. Yeah, Old Car Junkie loves his old cars, hence Old Car Junkie. Oh dear, Old Car Junkie. Do go and check out, that's Teddy on that channel. Do go and check out Teddy. Blue says, I've got Blue going. I think we're quite similar of our aspect of life, Blue. Blue says, saying no smoking, no drinking, no major swear words. Well, that's a no anyway. I wouldn't even have someone on that I know swears. I'm a smoker. Oh, are you? But I never smoke on lives or videos. No. There's a YouTuber, fairly big YouTuber. I don't think it's any that any of you watch. So that tells you it's something probably a bit different to what you lot watch. The start of his filming, not his lives, his filming, he lights a cigarette. Now, don't film then. Could you not have done that before? It's almost like he's deliberately doing it because he's always going on about there's nothing they can do, because I think he smokes stuff as well. Yes, he actually does smoke stuff on there. And he said there's nothing they can do about it because there's major, supposedly YouTubers, that's what their channel's about. They do it all the time and promote it. So he said, if they ever tell me anything, they've got to get rid of them first. And they won't get rid of them first because they're high on the YouTube ads and everything else because they're so big. So, but yeah, I mean, that's what annoys me. There's one thing to be a chain smoker. Then, can't you just have 5 minutes where you don't smoke? I don't know. But to literally put the camera on and then light a cigarette, that's a bit weird in my book. That's weird. Nice one, Old Car Junkie. Nice one. Use Canva, yeah. I love Canva. The only thing I couldn't do with Canva, what was it I wanted to do? Did I want to make in Canva and they don't do the right size? I can't remember what I wanted to do. It's something normal. Wasn't something weird. And they don't make, because you know you can go along and pick, you want to make a thumbnail and you want to make this and you want to make that. There was something I thought, why don't they do the size of that? I can't remember what it was now. If I can use it, everyone can. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's why I do on my other channel, my little simple things you can do on YouTube, or how to use YouTube, or how you get this up and do that. Because I do it how I would like to learn it. Like simple, to the point, show it as you do it. So I'm there to help people who want simple answers rather than go through all these ones doing adverts and like, subscribe and all that first for 10 minutes and then talk about other videos and before you've even got into it. The person I do like though, what's his name? Oh, I'm always saying his name. I'm going to say it wrong now. I've got it written down somewhere. Oh, is it? Oh, I don't want to say it because I'll say his name wrong. What's his name? I want to say Jason Brown. Jason's not right, is it? Brown. Oh gosh, I use him anyway. I've promoted him time and time again, but this is where my brain doesn't work. If I suddenly randomly want to think of someone, I can't think. I've got it written down. Why do I want to say Jason Brown? Jason Brown, is that right? No, someone else Brown. But he's on YouTube and he tells you everything really simple, how to do it, really simple. So where are we? But yeah, and that's like, I do Greek lessons occasionally on this channel. I haven't done one for ages, but I do Greek lessons because I'm teaching it the way I would have liked to have learnt it, particularly if you're an English language person or an English person, let's say, because we don't learn languages very well because we're not taught them in a very good way. And we have no concept of all the tenses and the I, you, he, she, it, them, they, us. We don't have that concept that most other languages have. So it's quite hard for us to learn that in the first place. And in Greek, there's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 different tenses. And then you've still got I, he, and all that on top of that, where the endings change, and then the tenses all change, the words all change. So I would have liked it taught to me the way I am teaching it, simply. So if anyone's interested in learning Greek or Cypriot, I'm doing it in Greek, but I do episodes of showing how Cypriot's different and teaching that as well. But Greek is the main language that people want to learn. Only Cypriot, people living in Cyprus want to learn Cypriot. So I'm teaching Greek, modern Greek, and I'm teaching it in a very simplified way, the way I'd like to have learnt it, that made more sense. Like these tenses, we just randomly learnt these things and I didn't have the concept. So I make, you know me in charts, I made a chart and I basically say in this series, there are 2 charts you need and you can figure it all out from there. One is probably right here. Oh, I've got a thing over the top of it. Right. Oh, that's not the one. Okay, this will explain it. This is like one of the charts. Let me pull it back. Right, that's one of the charts. That's all the tenses. All the boxes are a different tense. So that's one chart you basically need to learn. The tenses are present, simple future, simple past, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, conditional perfect, subcontinuous, past continuous imperfect, future conditional, and future continuous. So it depends on, okay, Blue, it depends on how often you did something as to what word you use, like how you end the word. If you started it but didn't complete it, that's another tense. If you did it one time, if you did it again, if you were continually doing it, and the words are all different, just that one word, let's say prepare, entimazome, but that changes with each tense. So you've got to learn that. But we weren't taught like a graph like that or a chart like that. But as I came home, I kept like, right, we got this tense, and I wrote it down. And then another week, we got another tense. And I was like, what? Hold on. So I sat down and I worked it out for me, writing out. I don't know if you could, let me put it up closer. You could just have a little look. And it's how the endings I've got here. Oh, where am I? Where's my finger? There. Right. Here, this is the ending of each word. So it's I, you, he, she, it, we, you as in group of you, and them. So this is how this word would end in this category of simple future, for example. And it changes for all of them. So I would come home and I just worked out, it took me ages to figure out how many actual tenses there were just for that. So that's one of the charts. Oh, there we go. I found the actual chart. I did have it here. So that's one chart you've got to learn. So as long as you've got that concept, you've only got to learn the words now, the verbs, and put them in. So you do a chart with all the endings and all the boxes, and that's one version you have to learn. The other chart I did, you probably can't see it, but this is another concept of verbs, and that is the only other chart you basically need. And as I say, then you've just got to learn normal words and the joining words, such as though, as well as therefore, those kind of words, the words for actual objects, and the words to put in the verbs, which, that being said, doesn't sound a lot, does it? But that makes it easy if you just learn those two charts. In my opinion, if I'd known that in the first place, I could have just kept slotting everything in there. So yeah, that's on this channel if you're interested in learning Greek the simple way. It's on a playlist. I don't know what the playlist is called, probably something about Learn Greek. Let me look, see what my playlist is called. Playlist, it is called, you might not see it straight off because it's called Study, Planning and Learning Tips, Learn Greek Language, because I was also doing just how to learn anything, just the concept of how to learn. So they're in that category as well, in that playlist. So you can put it, my ideas of how to learn whatever you want to learn. You can use the format I've got in other videos on there. So yeah. I'm very much into, well, you've all seen probably my charts, and I like planning, as in drawing charts and working out schedules, and not so good at following them. But I like drawing charts, and you can see I was a teacher, and like if you've got a certain amount of things to learn or to teach, or just making charts and plans. And I think that's why I don't get sort of overwhelmed with so much that I do and have to do and things that need to be done. I don't do it for jobs around the house or anything like that. But yes, anyway, I think I've kept you here long enough now. I don't like to really go to 2 hours, or I think 2 hours is more than enough for those who do want to watch it all back. So don't forget, check out Andale Homestead and everyone that I've promoted within this chat. If you weren't on at the beginning, you're on now. Don't forget to scroll back to the beginning at some point, because you won't miss any catch-ups or what's been going on here. And if you're watching this back later after it's been live. I thank you so much if you got to this point. I know 2 hours is a long time out of your time. So if you watched all of it, that's great. Yes, I'm so glad you did too, Darian. So glad. So thanks for being here. If you've been in the chat, thanks to Blue, my fantastic moderator. She's gone to make her dinner now, but she's always here until Tanny comes home. So I appreciate that very much. So until next time, guys, as always, Meraki.